Hey, what is up guys? Welcome back. So today we're going to be playing Forza Horizon 5 on the RX 6950 XT. Now this is AMD's its best graphics card. It's running GDDR6 and it's got 16 gigabytes of VRAM, and we're currently playing on extreme settings 4K, and we're going to be playing these settings on 1440p, 4K and 1080p. So we're just going to do this in one go. Let me know down in the comments, do you like more edited kind of videos or do you like to see it raw? Now, this is going to be a raw video. You're going to see me switch settings. So, you know, I'm not bullshitting. I think that's important to have honest data. Transparent, and show the people that you really do have what you claim to have. I'm saying this because there is a lot of channels that do fake benchmarks, and I absolutely despise that. That's why I'm trying to be as transparent as humanly possible. So, 4K, easy. Easy. I got this card, by the way, on Amazon for 850 euros, and I don't know, I'm kind of loving it. As FSR is becoming more widely available, there is less and less, well, demand, I would say, for NVIDIA cards. Not saying NVIDIA cards are bad, but they are a little overpriced just because they have, you know, a market lead of having DLSS. And I think that AMD will catch up to that in the future. You also have things like NVIDIA Reflex. Now, AMD's equivalent is anti-lag. That is within their settings. I found it to work okay. I don't think you really need NVIDIA Reflex that much. But I'm kind of a fan of what AMD is doing, including FSR for all GPUs. And not only just for their own GPUs. So let's switch the settings to 1440p. Let's do it like this. So 1440p, we are going to save that. Yes. We're going to reset the 1% lows, and we're off to 1440p. We're just going to razor it a bit around in our Ferrari. This is probably one of the best cars in the game, I would say. I love the way this thing handles it. I have to say the bang for buck on this card is incredible. This card trades blows with the 3080, 3080 Ti and 3090. In some cases even better than a RTX 3090. I'm kind of a fan of this card, especially with the new Call of Duty coming out. It has FSR support, FSR 2.0. So that's the latest version of it, and just a big fan of how AMD cards performed. I've seen other benchmarks. I didn't have AMD cards back then, but I'm a big fan of how the cards were performing and also how this card will perform. It's probably going to be very, very good. Now also 1440p, not a problem for this card. Just easily runs it. I think it's quite soothing to just enjoy this racing game. I like this racing game a lot. I normally don't really like racing games, but this game is actually rather fun to play. I did notice that in most games on 1440p, the AMD card is just ridiculously good. I don't know why that is. By the way, in the software, I'm using the Rage mode, so that is the highest performance settings you could possibly use with this card. And I'm using the reference card. Let's switch it to 1080p. So the reference card is the Founders Edition equivalent of their GPU. So let's save that. Let's switch to 1% lows again, or reset the 1% lows. And we are off on 1080p. Once again, ridiculous performance. I somehow like the way things look on native on this card. Everything is very, very crisp. That might be due to the fact that I selected the eSport mode in the AMD settings, or yeah, in the Radeon settings. And it adds a little sharpening, which also on lower settings just increases the, how do you call it? The detail of, let's say, little piece of grass or a fence. The extra sharpness really helps with like small details. Whoa, that dude was really close. So also 1080p. Rah! I wish I could collide with people. I don't think you can do that in this game. I would just crash into people all the time. Just to annoy them. So 1080p, easy. This card is kind of more made for 1440p, 4K. Of course it can handle 1080p tutorial. What did you expect? God, I love this game. This game looks so good on the extreme settings. Look at those little lights. Woo. So, AMD Radeon on Forza Horizon 5. It just runs it easily. Not a problem. I'm normally not good at racing games, but I didn't crash like a single time. So, I guess that was a good run. And I hope to see you again in the next video. I think this was good enough. I don't want to stretch too much time, but you saw how it performed. It performed really, really good. And especially because it's night, this game tends to be more heavy with all the lights. I should get one of these steering wheels. God, so many options. So if you're interested in this card... Whoa, that was the first crash. If you're interested in this card, there's a link down in the description. If you use that to purchase the card, you support the channel and you don't pay anything more. So, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video. Peace!